Good morning, team. My name is Yadgiri, and today I would like to tell you about FI2MM integration and theoretically only. My screen is visible.
Yes, it's feasible.
Yeah, 1 second. Today we will discuss about FI2MM integration. These are the points we will going to explain today. And FI2MM integration and what is P2P process and top reasons why companies should implement P2P process and P2P cycle and three-way matching and accounting entries related to FI2MM integration. And we will discuss about movement types, valuation class, and valuation modifier, transaction key, and material types, and FI2MM configuration steps, and some basic interview questions. FI2MM integration. Generally, FI2MM integration will happen at OBYC, and we have the department like FI2MM financial accounting and material management accounting, and then SD sales and distribution one. These are the main module integrated with the SAP. MM stands for material management, FI stands for financial accounting, and FI and SD module is very much integrated with MM modules. FI MM functionality works with the P2P process, contain the step from the purchasing goods from a supplier to paying the supplier company. In generally, we have in company finance department, HR department, and manufacturing department, and sales and distribution department, and metal management department, and production department. If if we need any material to procure from our any departments, we will procure item from our vendors. What is P2P process? Procure to pay, also known as P2P, is a process of obtaining and paying for a raw material needed to make a product or provide services. Generally, whatever when a company needs some material for production, it will first of all it will identify the need of the department, and every manufacturing company or service provider must execute this cycle effectively if they are to continuously manage their cash flow, build a goodwill with supplier, and make profit. Actually, why this P2P process is necessary to maintain the main cash flow and maintain good relationship with the suppliers and making the profits. Procure to pay process also termed in different ways in different situations like source to settlement, source to pay, and purchase to pay. These are the three terms you can use in different ways, depend upon the business conditions. And top reasons why companies should implement procure to pay process. A single place for goods and services, components, and tool and travel. A streamlined procurement process. there is no disturbance in the process and it will not take much time in the process. And supplier contract, legal tax, and policy compliance. Reduce invoice process cost by up to 80%. And electronic capture of all P2P businesses. Because here when we implement this process, every transaction will be recorded and there is no modifications. And reduce errors and frauds and risk also. Buying at negotiates prices and within budget. When we maintain good relationship with the suppliers, here also we will negotiate our prices also, and depends upon the company budget on that particular product, we will negotiate and we will buy it. And improve supplier relationships. When you repeatedly buying the raw material from the vendors, so we will maintain the good relationship with the suppliers also. And leverage negotiation power. Here in leverage negotiation power means we will negotiate up to our best level to reduce the cost of the product. Reduce overall supply chain and inventory cost. Free up needed cash and improve operational performance and improve financial decisions. When we are purchasing the goods and services from the vendors, so it will be making in the improved financial services decisions also. You need a procure to pay process if your organization is guilty of following: frequent duplicate payment, prone to fraud, money leakage. When we are not going to maintain the P2P process, these are the problems we are going to face. The payment made without internal approval, and spend is laid away from preferred suppliers. Any inefficiencies in the systems. Lots of new supplier added on a regular basis. When we are adding different types of suppliers, it will take time consuming process. Retroactive orders to cover invoices and receipts. Procure to pay cycle. Here what is happened? Here when this is a process. First we will prepare the requisition order and we will take the approval from our finance department for that approval requisition. After the preparing requisition, we will select the vendor. We will send this requisition. We will prepare the quotation and we will select the vendor. So once the vendor is finalized, we will create a purchase order. Purchase order creation here. So after the purchase order creation, order approval, we have to after that we will receive the goods. Here your goods it is will be prepared, and after receiving the goods also we will verify the invoice, the correct good is came on, and here three-way matching will be implemented at the invoice process. So three-way matching, and after that everything is going well, then we will make a payment to the vendor. Three-way matching is like this. We will match with purchase order, goods receipt note, and invoice. Procure process. First, we have to identify the needs, create requisition, purchase requisition approval, and then we have to create the PO or spot buy, purchase order approval, goods receipt, supplier performance, and invoice approval, and vendor payment. We will look in details, identify needs. The first step of procure-to-pay process is determine and define the business requirement with the help of the cross-functional stakeholders. Here we will verify the which department need the material. So we will first of all we will verify from the cross-functional stakeholders. Once the valid need is identified, then procurement team sketch out high-level specification for goods and products and terms of reference for services and statement of work. Here, once the valid identify need is identified, then we will prepare the statement of work. Statement of work is nothing but what product we need on delivery time, cost, and budgeting everything from the company side. Next one is creation requisitions. After finalizing the specification, terms of reference and SOT statement of work, a formal purchase requisition is created. A requester submits the filled out purchase requisition form after ensuring that all necessary administrative requirements are met. The document will be filled with the our administrative requirement and it will be submitted. Then a requisition can be created at any type of procurement from standard purchase to subcontractors and consignments. Procurement can be done with any department like standard purchase or subcontractor consignment. And third one is purchase requisition approval. Submitted purchase requisitions are then reviewed by the department heads or procurement officers. Approves can be either approved or reject a purchase requisition after evaluating a need, verifying the available budget and availability of purchase requisition form. Once the the purchase requisition done and the company will check the available budget is available or not, then depending on situation it will approve or reject. If the budget available, it will approve. And if the incomplete purchase requisitions are rejected, back to the initiator for correction and resubmission. If any mistakes are there in the purchase requisition, they will for correction purpose they will send back to the particular department to purchase for the purpose of correction. And fourth one is create a PO and spot buy. If the requested goods and products have characteristics such as unmanaged category wise or one-time unique and purchase or low volume commodities, then the spot buy can be performed. If the company needs small things like one-time unique purchase or low budget commodities, there is no need to prepare the purchase orders. And else purchase order are created from approved purchase requisitions. Fifth one is purchase order approval. Purchase orders are now sent through an approval loop to ensure legitimacy and accuracy of specifications. Approved purchase orders are the dispatched to vendors. Once the orders are okay, then it will be dispatched to vendors. After reviewing the purchase order, vendor can either approve or reject or start a negotiation. It depends upon purchase order. The vendor will accept or not. It will be dependency. If the everything the price will not match, then company will start negotiating with the vendor for the approval of the purchase order. If the purchase order is okay, then we will move forward. When an officer approves a purchase order, a legally binding contract is activated. Once the vendor is accepted the purchase order, then the legal binding contract will be activated. The terms and conditions, what will the price, and at what time we have to deliver the goods and everything. And sixth one is goods receipt. Once the supplier delivers the promised goods and services, the buyer inspects the delivered product or services to ensure that it implies with the contract terms. Once the supplier send the goods to our company, then here the officer will check everything as per the terms and conditions. Yes, we have received the goods or not. The goods receipt is then approved or rejected based on standard specified in the purchasing contract or purchase order. He will verify everything like contract as per contract they have sent or not, and it will be depend that we have to reject it or not. The product is well, whatever we have ordered, it came without any damages, then we will accept it. Next one is performance. Based on data obtained from previous step, the supplier performance is evaluated. This is very important. Like in a number of factors like quality, we will check the quality of the product and the on-time delivery. We have as per the delivery schedule had delivered or not. Then service also we can expect from him. Then contact compliance from starting to ending, how the contact response is from the supplier also we can analyze, and the responsiveness and total cost of the ownership. Non-performance is flagged in existing rosters and information system for the future reference. Invoice approval. Once a goods receipt is approved, the three-way matching between the purchase order and invoice receipt in a vendor invoice and goods receipt is performed. If there are no discrepancies found, the invoice is approved and forwarded to the finance team for payment disbursement. Everything is fine, go well, then we will make the payment to the vendor. In case of incurrences, the invoice is rejected back to the vendor with a reason for rejection. One is vendor payment, last one. Upon receiving a approved invoice, the finance team will process payment according to the contract terms. Any contract changes or review liquidated financial security will be taken into account. A payment made to supplier will fall into one of the following 5 types. Like we will make a payment like advance payment or partial payment or progress or installment or final or hold back retention payment. Hold back retention payment means you will keep some money back for future reference. Like retention is ability to keep back something. In SAP business, depending on the contract between the purchaser and vendor, the purchaser has the authority to retain the portion of the payment for the vendor unit until the end of the warranty period or any other condition agreed upon by the purchaser and vendor. P2P cycle. Purchase requisition and request for quotation. Then quotation we will and outline agreement we will make a contract. Then purchase order, goods receipt note. At the time of goods receipt note, we will this is the entry inventory account data to GRIR account data. Goods receipt is invoice. GRIR account data to vendor account and payment to vendor. The entry will be vendor account data to bank clearing account. At the time of reconciliation, we will when we will receive the bank statement, we will upload it and then reconciliation will happen. The bank clearing account data to main bank account. Normally, price difference with respect to happens at time of goods receipt. The price difference at time of mirror happens in the case where the invoice is received for price difference from the PO. Example, In case of material with price control as yes standard, when we creating the material, here we have in accounting tab we have to select the standard price or moving average price. So in this case the PO price is 100 rupees, the material master price is 120 rupees, and then invoice price is 130. We have received the invoice for 130 rupees. For example, at time of goods receipt entry will be stock account data 120 rupees, and to different price difference account data 20 rupees. It will happen at OBYC, and to GRIR account 100 rupees. In case of material with price control V, moving average price, same scenario. At time of goods receipt entry will be stock account data 120 rupees, and to GRIR account data 120 rupees. Now let's assume that the invoice is received for 130 rupees, and we have also accepted the price change. Then the accounting entry at the time of mirror would be, in case of material with price control, yes, standard price, stock of stock of the material is available or not. Then entry will be GRIR account data 100, the price difference account data to vendor account 130 rupees. In case of material with price control as V, moving average price, stock of the material is available. When the material is available, then stock account data 10 rupees, and GRIR account data 120 rupees, and to vendor 130. In case of material with price control V, moving average price, stock of material is not available. GRIR account data 120, price different 10 rupees, and then to vendor 130 rupees. Metal management is costing unit for organization. They spend money to each and every activity which spent money should be captured by the finance department. So moment type, used to enable the system find the predefined posting rules determining how the account of accounting financial accounting system are to be posted to update the stock fields in the metal master data. Movement type means like goods issue. For example, we will use this case like goods receipt movement 101, and goods issue to production order movement type 20261. Scrapping of goods metal movement type like 551. Goods delivered to the customer movement type 601, and initial upload to stock movement type 561. Second one is valuation class. Every material will have the valuation class field. Like valuation class could be finished goods, semi-finished goods, and raw material. It is nothing but type of material like in which stage, like raw material or finished or semi-finished goods. Combination of valuation class plus memo and type determine the GL accounts. Type of valuation class, for example, it is predefined by the SAP, but in real time we have to select, we have to create our own. Second one is semi-finished goods and finished goods. Third one, transaction key. Transaction key is used to control the storage or filling of documents and assignment of the documents. Used to differentiate between the various transactions such as goods movement that occurs in the inventory. For example, BSX, stock posting or inventory posting. PRD, price difference, we will use this key. Then GBP, offsetting entry for stop posting. WRX, GRI clearing account key, and FRI, freight clearing. Fourth one is valuation modifier. Valuation modifier is also called as valuation grouping code. Use OMWD to activate valuation grouping code. To simplify the different types of goods, we will use this valuation modifier. ONWD, assign valuation group to the valuation area. Here this is the different types of valuation classes there. Valuation modifier is one. So to simplify the goods, we will use the valuation modifier here. Valuation grouping code is used to group the valuation area to minimize the effort in SAP using two types of valuation areas. Company code level, you define valuation at company code level, then you will have to only along with all plants, same price with along with all the plants. If you're defining the grouping code at plant level, then then you have different prices for the same material in various plants. But in SAP recommends you to use the valuation or at plant level, because valuation will be differ from one plant to another. We can maintain the valuation grouping code in OMWD for the evaluation area as plant or a company within the chart of account. So we will select here like valuation area is at a plant level. Valuation level is company code. We will select here, the price will be same from plant 1, 2, 3. You can move the goods anywhere, the price will be same. Then if you select the valuation area is a plant, here the price will vary. Like if you want to move the plant material from plant 1 to plant 2, then the transport charge will be, for example, 20 rupees. So the product price is 100 rupees. So to moving the goods from plant 1 to plant 2, we are incurring 20 rupees expenses. If you want to move that particular good from plant 1 to plant 3, then again we will costing the 20 rupees extra, so 140 rupees. So like that. It is mandated to maintain valuation modifier, as valuation area cannot be assigned directly to the account determinations. Even if you have only one valuation area, it should be assigned to the valuation modifier. Fifth one is material type. Then each material should assign material type in material master record. Used to update whether changes made in quantity are updated in the material master record, and change in value also update in the stock account. Here like material type, like raw material, we will use this code like ROH. It is predefined by the SAP, and we will, while creating, we will change it according to our convenience. And second one is HALB, HALB, semi-finished goods. Third one is FERT, finished goods. And DIN services. And then HAVA, trading goods. These are the material types. Their features we will let you know. And here material type, raw material, material feature. Here raw material we will purchase in the company, then we will make it use in the production raw material. Here there is no sale happened. The material type packing material, we will purchase it and we will use in packing the goods. Then here also sales will not happen. In the third stage, like semi-finished material, here no, we will not purchase anything, but whatever we have purchased like raw material and packing material, we will use in production. Then here also sales will not happen. Then finally finished materials. So here we will not purchase it. Here production will be happen. then or finished goods, and here sales will be happen to the company to generate revenues. Effective integration configuration steps is OX 10 define plants and OBXB define divisions. OX09 just I am giving the steps only. In next class I will do with the configuration steps. OX08 maintain purchase organization and OX18 assign plan to company code. OX01 assign purchase organization to company code, and OX17 assign purchase organization to plant, and OME4 create purchase groups, OMSF create material groups, and OMS5 maintain company code for material management, and OMS2 define attributes of material types like ROH, HALB, FERT, DIN, HAVA, and OMR6 set tolerance limit for invoice verification. In OMRV define automatic status change. OMWD group together valuation areas, valuation grouping code, and OMSK define valuation classes like 3,700, 900, 7,900 semi-finished goods and 7,920 finished goods. OBYC assignment of accounts for automatic posting. We will assign it in OBYC like transaction keys like BSX, RRX, GBB, PRD, and FRD, and there are many keys like that. Just I am explaining these keys. And XK01 will create the vendor master. MM01 creating a material master. So we will discuss some interview questions. Can anyone tell what is EFT and why?
Electronic fund transfer.
Yeah, okay.
Electronic for payment to a vendor or customer receipt from customers. We are using EFT, electronic fund transfer.
Okay.
Whereas it's like a Fed transfer only, but I'm not getting what is the abbreviation for that. I will check and let you know 1 second.
Yeah, EFT, electronic fund transfer. Here, this is a less expensive and less faster. And here clearing time will be 2 to 3 days. Electronic fund transfer. Coming to wire is the RTGS system, and your real-time gross settlement. Immediate it will be set. The payment will be settled. Like it is a more expensive to purchase for organization and more faster. The clearing time will be same day it will clear. What are the types of purchase orders? Could anyone tell? Can anyone have idea of purchase orders? Actually, we have 4 types of purchase orders like standard purchase order, planned purchase order, and blanket purchase order, and contract purchase order. In standard purchase order, we have like use standard quality and standard delivery schedule and standard cost. Planned purchase orders. Example: planning to buy in festival from same supplier. It is planning this in this season we have to purchase so and so material according to company plans, like a blanket purchase order. Approval to department to buy up to certain limit. There will be limit for the organization to buy particular product. That is called blanket purchase order. Example: For example, 50,000. There is a limit for the to purchase the product 50,000. So within that limit only, the whatever the material will be there, we have to purchase. The contract purchase order, same like required quantity and price as per contract. We will make the purchase order. At what time we need the goods and everything like that. These are the four types of purchase orders are there. These are also very important questions, interview question. What are the types of requisitions? Can anyone? Yeah, internal requisition. Here no purchase order, internal source only, and one inventory to another in same organization. When we moving the or forwarding the goods to one department to another department, we will not create the internal purchase order only. Purchase order. When we buy the goods from the vendor, so we'll create here purchase like issue purchase order here and obtain goods from supplier. What is two-way, three-way, four-way matching? Anyone?
Three-way means purchase order, goods receipts, invoice receipts.
Yeah.
Two-way means that purchase order ಮತ್ತು invoice receipts. Four-way means it includes physical verifications.
Yeah. Two-way means purchase order with invoice. Three-way means plus receiving the receipt also. Four-way matching. Three-way matching plus acceptance by HOD or anyone. Difference
That
between
is physical verification.
yeah. The difference between goods and service selection, then quotation, then negotiation, then purchase. In case of purchase, we will use purchase only. How accounts payable plays role in P2P process? Can anyone explain?
So it is a very important role in finance department for making payment to the vendor on due and due basis for the invoices on the basis of payment terms.
Yes, it will play very important role. Accounts payable.
For manual payments, we are using F-53. For automatic payment, we are using F110.
Here for procuring goods and services. Periodic wise summary like invoice and delivery and payment. What is invoice? When you purchase something, they will give the invoice. Then all in this invoice we find the items like quantity, price, discount. If you purchase only the on rent, then it will be quantity, price and discount. Thank you, team. This is my presentation. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Nice presentation, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, good presentation.